The radar employed advanced phased array technology to detect fast-moving aircraft, cruise missiles, and even some types of ballistic threats. Mobility added another layer of defense, allowing the system to shoot and scoot before enemy counterstrikes could lock on. For years, these capabilities were marketed as proof of Russia's ability to counter Western air power. Yet the Ukrainian drone attack revealed a sobering reality. Performance specifications developed for high-altitude, high-speed targets may not translate to success against low-cost, low-flying drones approaching from unpredictable angles. In the chaos of modern battlefields, radar clutter, electronic interference, and operator fatigue can combine to create gaps that small, agile adversaries can exploit. Safety features were integral to the system's design. The crew cabin incorporated armored glass and reinforced plating to protect operators from blasts and small arms fire. Sensitive electronics were housed in shock-mounted racks to survive rough transport and nearby detonations. Redundant power supplies ensured the radar could keep functioning even if part of the system was damaged. Automatic fire suppression in sealed compartments helped prevent catastrophic explosions if a missile motor or fuel ignited accidentally. There were also emergency shutdown and evacuation protocols, including the ability to scuttle or destroy classified equipment if capture seemed imminent. However, these safety measures were largely conceived with conventional threats in mind. They offered little defense against the precision of loitering munitions or the swarm tactics of modern drones, which can attack from above or from the side where armor is weakest. What once were considered the unique selling points of the system are now being reassessed. Mobility, rapid deployment, long-range radar, and integrated launch capability were the features that distinguished it from older generation systems. Russia presented it as a self-contained shield that could be rolled into place and immediately extend a protective umbrella over troops, airfields, or infrastructure. Its electronic suite was meant to plug into a broader network, sharing target data and receiving updates in real time. In peacetime demonstrations, it looked seamless and formidable, but the Ukrainian strike exposed how these same traits, large radar signatures, dependence on centralized coordination, and predictable operating patterns can be exploited by a nimble opponent. The event has become a case study in how unique selling points can become vulnerabilities when adversaries innovate faster than defenders adapt. The financial dimension cannot be overlooked. At an estimated $90 million per launcher, excluding the cost of interceptor missiles and radar upgrades, this system represented a huge investment. Losing one in combat is not just a tactical setback, but a blow to the budget and to export credibility. Countries considering purchases of similar systems will be asking hard questions about their survivability in the age of drones. Meanwhile, Ukraine's ability to inflict such losses at a fraction of the cost is a classic example of asymmetric economics in warfare: cheap, expendable platforms disabling expensive, sophisticated ones. This dynamic shifts not only the balance of power on the ground, but also the calculus of future procurement and defense spending around the world. After the strike, reports emerged of secondary effects. The destruction of the missile system left surrounding units more exposed to air threats. Russian troops had to scramble to reposition other assets and deploy emergency countermeasures. Analysts noted a measurable gap in air defense coverage in that sector for several days. Ukrainian forces exploited this window to move their own systems closer and gather additional intelligence. Internationally, images of the burning launcher circulated widely on social media, becoming a symbol of both Ukrainian ingenuity and Russian vulnerability. This incident reinforced a growing perception that static or semi-static high-value systems are at severe risk unless paired with layers of drone defense, electronic warfare, and constant mobility. The implications extend far beyond this single battlefield. Defense planners in NATO, Asia, and the Middle East are studying the engagement closely. If a $90 million system can be destroyed by drones costing a tiny fraction of that amount, then the traditional approach of building ever more expensive, complex systems as a hedge against threats may need to be revisited. Investment may shift toward counter-drone technology, dispersion of forces, deception measures, and more resilient command and control networks. For soldiers on the ground, it means training not only to operate high-tech systems, but also to constantly relocate them, camouflage them, and coordinate with other units for layered protection. This strike also demonstrates the psychological aspect of modern conflict. For Russian operators, it was a demoralizing experience to see a supposedly invincible system obliterated. For Ukrainians and their supporters, it was a morale boost and a validation of new tactics. For neutral observers, it was a glimpse into the future where the balance between offense and defense is tilting in unexpected ways. The narrative of expensive systems being neutralized by inexpensive, adaptable threats resonates far beyond military circles, influencing public debates about security, technology, and national strategy. In conclusion, the destruction of Russia's $90 million missile system by Ukrainian drones is not just another headline, but a watershed moment. It encapsulates the shift from traditional hardware-heavy defense thinking to a new paradigm dominated by agility, innovation, and cost-effective solutions. The exterior grandeur of the system, with its towering radar masts and armored launcher, belied internal vulnerabilities. The interior, though computerized and efficient, could not overcome the limitations of human operators facing novel threats. Its performance, once trumpeted as world-class, faltered under real-world conditions. Safety features designed for older threats proved insufficient. Unique selling points turned into liabilities. The price tag magnified the impact of its loss, and the aftermath signaled to every military in the world that the age of unquestioned dominance by large, expensive defense systems may be ending. This event is therefore not just a tactical anecdote, but a strategic warning. Anyone following global security trends should take note of what happened here because it offers a glimpse of conflicts to come, where innovation and adaptability may count for more than sheer size and cost.